All right. Thank you for watching my little lecture. This one is going to be about packets and frame, the room on TryHackMe. So, what this basically goes over is obviously packets and frames. It explains them, gives you practical applications, and just gives you general information about packets and frames. So, this task one, it's going to give you a basic rundown of what packets and frames are. This builds upon the Room 3, the OSI model. So, we're going to be seeing a lot of reoccurring topics in this room as well. Um, but moving on to the first two questions, it's going to be what is the name for a piece of data when it does have IP addressing information? It's going to be a packet. What is the name for a piece of data when it does not have an IP addressing information? That's going to be a frame. Moving on to task 2, the three-way handshake. So we did go over this in the OSI model, but we're building upon this with the TCP and the uh, and later on the UDP, but we're not there yet. So gives you the advantages, disadvantages, applications. So application, transport, internet, network interface. These are all different layers in the OSI model. So layer 1, 2, 3, all the way to 7. Um, so TCP, or Transmission Control Protocol, it's going to guarantee the integrity of the data. The disadvantages, though, it requires a reliable and stable connection between two devices, because if one small chunk of data is not received, then the entire chunk of data cannot be used and must be resent. So if one tiny little speck is lost, then you have to restart the entire process, basically. Um, but gives you a bit more information. To the two questions. So, what is the header in the TCP packet that ensures the integrity of data? Which is going to be the checksum. And the three-way handshake, the order is going to be send, or send slash, or comma, send slash ack, comma, ack. Practical handshake, it's going to be a little website that pops up, and you're going to do type in the correct sequence, and you're going to get THM TCP. On the UDP, like I was discussing earlier. So the UDP is going to be the other end of the spectrum versus the TCP. So the user datagram protocol is going to be what UDP stands for. UDP is a stateless protocol which does not require a constant connection between the two devices for data to be sent. So, unlike TCP, it's much faster, and it doesn't care if data is received or not. It just performs the action. So you're going to see a little bit of some discrepancies whenever you're transmitting data with UDP versus TCP. But regardless, you're still going to have that transmission done and received. Gives you a bit more information on UDP, and gives you a diagram of the connection between two devices using a UDP connection. And the four questions: what does UDP stand for? We already discussed this. And it is a stateless connection. Protocol to use transfer to transfer file, it would be TCP, because if you transfer a file and you're having chunks missed out of it, then what good is that, But for example, a live stream or video call, you're going to want to use UDP because people can just reiterate what they said if a connection gone bad. Ports 101, you view a site, and it's going to give you this message right here. But that is the finale of packets and frames. Thank you for watching. My name's Sully. Thank you for spending time. Have a great rest of your day.